Well, good evening, racing fans. Welcome to racing action from Flamboro Downs for this Saturday evening. Our first dash will go to post in approximately 15 minutes. Let's get a look at the changes on this evening's card of racing. Note there are no changes, races 1 or 2. No changes, races 1 or 2. In race number 3, number 2 unplugged, aluminum to steel shoes behind. That's aluminum to steel shoes behind. And also changing flip flops to aluminum shoes up front. Flip flops to aluminum up front. Race number 4, note that number 4, Twice the Delight, open to Swedish blind. That's open to Swedish blind. And number 5, Holding My Own, changing steel to flip flops up front. That's steel to flip flops up front. Also note in race number 5, number 7, Emilia, changing blind bridle to blinkers, blind to blinkers. Race number 6, scratched is number 3, Handbag of Cheesies. Race 6, scratch 3, Handbag of Cheesies. Races 7 and 8 have no changes. No changes, races 7 or 8. And race number 9, note that number 2, DA Cinnamon Crunch, changing open bridle to blinkers, open to blinkers. Fans note we have a scratch in race 2. One Little Mary is scratched. Race 2 scratch 1 Little Mary. Field on Post Parade. 1, Peach. Jay Harris for Tyler Schlattman and Kevin Skilton. Number 2, Nasty Reputation. Mark McDonnell and Gary Rive is the trainer. Mark McDonnell driving. Owned also by Ashley and Matthew Rive Bohannica. Number 3 is Premier Delight. Jeffrey Hunt for Patrick Hunt and Miguel Fritas. And Jeffrey Hunt shares in ownership. And number 4 is Corotut du Lac. Sammy Filia for Eric Nadeau and Louis Bois. Number 5, she's Lawless. Dale Spence for Mackenzie Spence and Shengo. Number 6 is 3 Gems. Scott Quiller for Darren Rayner and Mary Harris. Number 7, Real Smoke Show. Alan Malloy for Jody Cullen and Don McRae. 9 is Watch Me Dance. Austin Sawyer for Michael Pattison. Absent from the parade, number 8, Brady Sealster, Brady Golliers for Courtney Bishop. Let's get a look at this field for race number 1. First of 9 dashes on this Saturday evening. And, we'll start with number 4, Corotut du Lac, and one that, was lacking last time out, finished 5th, so now is going to drop way down in class. And, look, this is one that 3 races ago at Mohawk did race, finishing 3rd, beaten just a length and a quarter in 155. So Corotut du Lac dropping down into this bottom level. Fillies mares claiming should have a big reversal in form here. Sammy Filia for Eric Nadeau is 3-2 the favorite. Number 3, Premier Delight, raced really well last race. Post 8 and yet was beaten only a length and was 3rd the start before it. So Premier Delight now making a 4th start off a layoff seems to be headed strongly in the right direction, and I think is a main threat to Corotut du Lac. Jeffrey Hunt for Patrick Hunt. Premier Delight 6-1. Number 2, Nasty Reputation, was beaten just 3/4 of a length last time out in a straight 8 claimer. Now drops a level. That could make Nasty Reputation pretty dangerous in here and racing in this class. Let's look back. The last time this mare raced in this class was March the 7th. Winner Gagnon by a length and a half. Nasty Reputation and Mark McDonnell 5-1 on the board. And number 1, Peach. 25-1 long shot that I threw in. Raced well 2 races ago from an inside post. In fact, had back-to-back top 3 finishes. Last race not great, but post 7, and actually was beaten only 3 lengths. This is one that is wind shy. No wins in the past 26 starts, but I think might be able to climb onto the ticket at a price 21-1. Fans are on number 4, Corotut du Lac by top pick Sammy Filia for Eric Nadeau 3-5. Gate is rolling for race number 1. You Know Peach, Nasty Reputation, and Premier Delight on the inside. In the center, Coratu Dulac, and she's Lawless, and to the outside, 3 Gems, Real Smoke Show, Brindley Sealster, and the second tier, Watch Me Dance. Field of 9, race number 1, here they come. And the field for the first, gathering speed. They're at the start of the rough, and Coratu Dulac, Brindley Sealster, Nasty Reputation, she's Lawless, and You Know Peach and Premier Delight. But as the field presses on into the first turn, striding out to take the lead, Coratu Dulac. And then Nasty Reputation, she's Lawless. You Know Peach is racing 4th. Watch Me Dance 5th. Brindley Sealster 6th. And then Premier Delight in 3 Gems, and Real Smoke Show is trailing the field. It is Coratu Dulac, 4 to 5 of the board, who's got the lead on past the opening quarter in 28 seconds, and Nasty Reputation at 8 to 1's racing second. She's Lawless now to the outside, is working first up third, and You Know Peach is racing position 4th. Watch Me Dance, Brindley Sealster, then Premier Delight, 3 Gems and Real Smoke Show. They race off the turn, they come on towards us. Coratu Dulac leads it a couple of lengths right now. Getting closer, she's Lawless to the outside, is taking over second. 57 halftime. Nasty Reputation, good ride on the inside, racing position to third. And then 4th, racing on the pylons, is You Know Peach, and Watch Me Dance is dancing second over 5th. Brindley Sealster is 6th, then 7th is Premier Delight with a lot of work to do, and way back 3 Gems, Real Smoke Show. It's Coratu Dulac leading as they hustle on to 3/4. Nasty Reputation, she's Lawless, might have flattened out a little bit now. You Know Peach is racing 4th, and then Watch Me Dance, Premier Delight has moved up to take over 6th, and 7th Brindley Sealster, 3/4, 125 and 4, 28 and 4, third panel, as Coratu Dulac is trying to get away from Nasty Reputation, who's still a length and 3/4 back. Coratu Dulac and Nasty Reputation moves to the outside, but Coratu Dulac keeps on coming. Coratu Dulac was not lacking in the first and wins it by a length and 3/4. Nasty Reputation, she's Lawless, and You Know Peach, 155 and 3. There's the winner, Coratu Dulac. Sammy Filion, the winning driver. The trainer is Eric Nadeau. The owners, Louis Roy and Maud LaRouche and Michel Etart and Jean Allaire. First win this year. 5th lifetime. Coratu Dulac is a 4-year-old. Control the Moment Bay mare. Mile of 155 and 3. First race for Coratute de Lac pays 360, 230, 210. To Nasty Reputation 450, 235. She's Lawless 210. $2 exactor 1090, dollar try 2055, dollar super 150 235, 20-cent super 3047. First race, order of finish from the top 425 139 786. That's 425 139 786 on the bottom. Field on post braid for the second. One is scratched, and two is Street Cassidy. Brady Golliers for Mike Rive. Gary Silva. Number four is Century Event of Jay Harris for Robert Jenkins Jr. and William Burgess and Jeffrey Kelly. Three Little Bearcats, Scott Colvergy Karachin. Number five, Blossom on the Beach, Sammy Foy for Daryl Lever, Leanne Davidson and James Grant, and Martin Blaisdell and Adrian Sharma. And number six, The Divine Miss M, Paul McKenzie for Randy Earl and Corey Guthrie. Number seven is Touche, Austin Surrey for Gerard Demers and Alexandra Jutras and Danny Mengai. And number eight is Plaisir, Damian McClellan for Kayla Henry and Natalie Willette. Let's get a look at this field, and it is a field of seven with a scratch of one. We're going to start with number seven, Touche. This is one that won here last time out at almost 10-1, and Touche now is 3-1 on the board and won by almost 5 lengths. Back in the same class, we'll leave it a post 6, but that last one was post 4. Came first up and still was plenty sharp to the finish. And also note that was the second start with Gerard Demers for Touche. The first one didn't go well, but the second one very, very well. I'm right back backing Touche here, 3-1. I think the price will drop. Austin Surrey driving strong combination. Touche 5-2. Number six, The Divine Miss M, is one that drops in class, and that's the reason why this one's getting a lot of coin. You do see this one beating this class before Christmas, but since then he's had 5 starts. They didn't go well. In fact, had a little layoff from the middle of January to the middle of March, so this is the fourth one back off a layoff. And the last two, trailer post at London and post 8 here, so post position difficulty, but this is the one thing to note with the Divine Miss M dropping in class and won 8 times last year. If the Divine Miss M could race back to the way she was last year, then she would easily handle this field. But of late, that's a question mark, 3-1. Number 3, Little Bearcat, is one that hasn't been all that good of late. 6-time winner last year. No wins in 13 tries this year. Little Bearcat did take a season's mark, 54-4 at Grand River last year, and is one that has a bit of back class. Little Bearcat, more than 200,000 lifetime earned. I think maybe could rally a little better post position. Scotty Coulter driving for Guy Carachin. I'm looking for more out of Little Bearcat here today, 5-1. And number 4, Century Havana, now is getting a lot of love, 6-5 on the board. Raced better last race, had not been racing well, and has just one top 3 finish in 12 tries on the year. That was a third going back a while, but fourth last time up, beaten a length and 3/4. Century Havana, Jay Harris for Rob Jenkins Jr., is currently 8-5 on the board. My top one, number 7, Touche, now has dropped down to being a co-favorite at 8-5. Gate is rolling for the second race, taking up position. Street Cassidy, Little Bearcat on the inside. In the center, Century Havana, Blossom on the Beach, and the Divine Miss M. And to the outside, Touche and Place Here. Field of 7 for race number 2. Field is at the start of the rough, and Blossom on the Beach is going to leave well with the Divine Miss M, and then Century Havana. Those are your top 3, and Street Cassidy is racing 4th. Then it is back to Place Here, Little Bearcat, and Touche is back trailing the field. The Divine Miss M is going to press on and clear to the front of her, Blossom on the Beach. Street Cassidy is 3rd. Then Century Havana, Place Here, back to Little Bearcat, and Touche is trailing the field. The Divine Miss M dropped to 1-5 on the board and's got the lead. Blossom on the Beach at 35-1 is in bloom early and is just a length and a half back, and racing 3rd, Street Cassidy. Then Century Havana racing position 4th. Little Bearcat went a little rough and now is trailing the field. They race off the turn. The Divine Miss M leads as they charge up to the half. Racing 2nd, Blossom on the Beach is a length and 3/4 back. Street Cassidy is 3rd. Then Century Havana. Century Havana's racing position to 4th. And then moving on the outside is Touche. And on the inside, Place Here. 1 minute flat halftime. Well back trailing the field. Little Bearcat, the Divine Miss M leads as they work their way on down the back stretch. The Divine Miss M, Blossom on the Beach, and Century Havana on the outside now is on the move and has come on and has taken a share of 3rd, and now 3rd alone. Street Cassidy's racing 4th, then Place Here in Touche, but the Divine Miss M 1-5 on the board and looking like a 1-5 horse should. 1:29 into the 3/4 time. Blossom on the Beach and Century Havana. Street Cassidy, Place Here, and then Touche. And the field turns for home off that 3/4, 1:29 and 2. It is all the Divine Miss M. The Divine Miss M will turn that M upside down and make it a W. The Divine Miss M will win. Then finishing 2nd, Blossom on the Beach. And then it is Century Havana and Place Here. 2 minutes flat. Back in front of us, there is number 6, the Divine Miss M, 5-year-old Shadow Play Bay mare. Paul McKenzie, the winning drive. Randy Ertl is the trainer. Corey Guthrie and Randy Ertl are the owners. It's the first win this year and the 14th lifetime for the Divine Miss M, 5-year-old Shadow Play Bay mare. Paul McKenzie victorious, 2 minutes flat with the Divine Miss M. The second race, number 6, the Divine Miss M. 270, 210, 210. 5, Blossom on the Beach. $15.0640. For Century Havana, $4.80. $2 Sanctor, $29.50. Dollar Try, $43.30. Dollar Super, $439.25. 20-cent Super, $87.85. $2 Double, $5.40. The second race order finish from the top. Scratch 5732164. That's scratch 5732164 on the bottom. Field on post spread for the third. One is Sporty Evie, Brady Colliers for Greg McNairn, Ian Fleming. Number 2, Unplugged. Dan O'Brien drives and trains and owns. And number 3 is Ace 44 Coco, Scotty Golder for Craig Gilmore. Number 4 is Dory Ruby, Mike Whalen for Chantel Mitchell and Phil Trudeau. 5 is Scuba Sammy Hanover, Dave Kelly for Jamie Copley and Kimberly Eaton and Peter Kircher. And number 6, Brisk Sealster, Paul McKenzie for Courtney Bishop. Number 7, Shannon's Shadow, Sammy Philly for Julie Walker and Gaetan Bono. 9, She's Always Right, Damien McClellan for Gary Murder and Renato Polani. 8 is Midnight Bridget, Austin Sorry for Blake McIntosh and Hut Racing. It's a field of 9 for race number 3. Let's get a look at this field for the third. I'm going to start with number 3, Ace 44 Coco, 9-5 favorite, and was some pretty hot chocolate here last time out. Ace 44 Coco won by 5.5 lengths, and this is one that's got 3 top 3 finishes in 4 starts in the year, including that big dominant win last time out, and comes back now just 7 days later. Ace 44 Coco. Scotty Calder, Craig Gilmore, clearly the one to beat. Gets a better post position now, too, and actually is back on a tighter rotation. Was out of the box 14 days before the last one, and now 7 days later. Others, number 7, Shannon's Shadow. Well, second last time out to Ace 44 Coco, and had been off since just after Christmas. So maybe Shannon's Shadow can build off that second last time out. Look, had post 8 and had a slow opening quarter, and then came from way out of it. Was almost 15 lengths back at the half, and yet was beaten 5.5. So made up a lot of ground. 56-4 back half. Shannon's Shadow certainly could loom as a big threat with a step forward off that first start back. Sammy Filia for Julie Walker, 5-1. Number 2, Unplugged. A couple of equipment changes. Aluminum to steel shoes on the back and flip-flops to aluminum up front, and one that does have 2 starts this year, and both of them were top 3 finishes. Was second last time out, April the 4th, and Unplugged. And Dan O'Brien is one I think you can plug into your top 3 here, 6-1. And number 9, She's Always Right, is one that, had post 1 last time out and managed to score a third. She's Always Right has to deal with a tougher post position, but at least coming in off of a good last mile, and is sent up to Gary Murner. Gary's put up some strong numbers. Damien McClellan driving. She's Always Right is right now on the board at 7-1, and one that does have a win here this year back at the end of February, and that was from a tough post assignment from post 7. She's Always Right, 7-1. It's a field of 9, race number 3, going to post shortly. gate is rolling for race number 3. Sporty Evie Unplugged and Ace 44 Coco on the inside. In the center, Dory Ruby, Scuba Sammy Hanover, and to the outside, Brisk Sealster, Shannon's Shadow, and Midnight Bridget. And the second here, She's Always Right. Field of 9 for race number 3. Field of 9 for the third. There at the start of the rough, Brisk Sealster, Scuba Sammy Hanover, Midnight Bridget from the outside, Sporty Evie and Unplugged, and the field presses around that first turn. Midnight Bridget and Austin Sorry out wide from post 8, trying to clear to the front of her Sporty Evie. Midnight Bridget's going to take the front, and Sporty Evie's racing positioned as second. Then it is Unplugged and Scuba Sammy Hanover. Back to Brisk Sealster, Ace 44 Coco, then Shannon's Shadow, and Dory Ruby as they race their way on past that opening quarter. And it is Midnight Bridget. Midnight Bridget at 14 to 1's got the lead right now. Sporty Evie at 20 to 1 is second. Unplugged is plugged in along the inside third. In front of Scooby Sama Hanover. Then Brisk Sealster, Ace 44 Coco, Shannon Shadow, and Dory Ruby in the field works their way off the turn and heading up towards the half off that 29 to 2 opening quarter. On past the half they go. And Midnight Bridget 1 minute flat leading. Sporty Evie's on the outside. On the inside, rather, filling the pocket position and moving up. Brisk Sealster is coming, but still has to make up about 5 or 6 lengths. Midnight Bridget at 14 to 1. Leads Sporty Evie, who's 20 to 1. Advantage 2 lengths, and Brisk Sealster now moving on the outside is moving briskly, and Sporty Evie has popped out of the pocket. It is Midnight Bridget. Sporty Evie now is alongside Midnight Bridget, and Sporty Evie sticks a nose in front. On the inside, Midnight Bridget. Unplugged has reclaimed third. Racing on the outside, Brisk Sealster, fourth and fifth, Ace 44 Coco, with a lot of work to do. Still about 5 or 6 off the lead, and then it is back further to Scooby Sammy Hanover, and out wide Shannon Shadow, 3/4, 129 and 2. Sporty Evie and Brady Collier's with the front. Unplugged is trying to close, but Sporty Evie is strong. Unplugged, still one final move, but it is Sporty Evie to win. Unplugged, it was second. Then charging late, Shannon Shadow third. Mile of 159 and 3, Sporty Evie. There's the winner. Brady Collier's the winning driver on Sporty Evie, who scored in race number 3 in 159 and 3. Sporty Evie is a 3-year-old sports rider bay filly, owned by Ian Fleming and Greg McNair. Greg is also the trainer. First win for Sporty Evie, 159 and 3. Third race payouts: one Sporty Evie, 43.40, 9.30, and $11. Two Unplugged, 823.70. Seven Shannon Shadow, $3. $2 Exactor, 453.20. Dollar Try, 1154.60. The Dollar Super pays on 127 all, 1832.95. The 20-cent Super 127 all, 366.59. Third race. Order of finish from the top down: 125, 867, 349. That's 125, 867, 349 on the bottom. Field on parade for the fourth one, Miss Party Girl, Scott Culver, Greg McNairn, Rick Ryer. Number 2, Don't Mess with Molly, Scooter Gimlet, drives and trains for James Dean and Brooke Gimlet, and Scooter also shares in ownership. And number 4, Twice the Delight, Austin Sorry for Clark Stacy and Glenby Farms. Number 5, Holding My Own, Nick Boyd for James Dean and Robbie and Simon Hughes. And number 6, Bikini Sealster, Brady Golliers for Sean Stacy and Landmark 18 Racing. Number 7, Dottie Hinson, Damon McClellan for Eric Nadeau and Leo Tourigny and Guy Morin and Janat Houle. Number 3, Wise Flower. Number 10, Jay Harris for Joe Pereira and Imagine Stable. 9 is Exquisite Dancer, Sammy Philly for Murray Brethren, Ted Howlett, and Don Brown. Number 8 is On Top Rainstorm, Mike Whalen for Walter Whalen and Chris Nickel. It's a field of 9 for race number 4. Let's get a look at this field of the fourth. Phillies mares, non-winners at 2 on the pace, and we're going to start with number 1, Miss Party Girl, who's 9-2 on the board. Now, this will be the first party of the year for this Stag Party filly. Last raced October the 21st at London. One that you do see with a couple of wins, a second and a third in 10 tries last year. Miss Party Girl is one that the qualifier at Mohawk didn't do anything in the early part, but then came home very well. Final quarter at 28-3. Miss Party Girl on the inside, first to start. Has gate speed. You see the September lines. One that got off the gate really well and was able to win back-to-back starts by going to the front. Miss Party Girl, 4-1 on the board. Number 7, Dottie Hinson, well, is one that makes a second start off of a layoff and raced very well last time out here, and that was in this same nominators at 2 class. Came from way off the pace, was 7th of the half, finished second, beaten 3/4 to Pelican Bay. Good measuring stick. Dottie Hinson was 12-1 in that start, and now after finishing a close second, beaten 3/4, he is 7-1. Damien McClellan for Eric Nadeau. Number 5, Holding My Own, shoe change, steel to flip-flops up front, has 4 top 3 finishes in 7 starts on the year. Did not race well at Mohawk last race, but just before that was a dominant winner in a maiden class here, and the overall form was good before that last try at Mohawk. Now, should mention, was racing in maiden classes and moves up a level, but certainly that win here April the 4th, going away by 3.5, suggests that maybe this 4-year-old Pang Shu mare would be just fine for Nick Boyd. And one more is number 8, On Top Rainstorm, one that's probably going to be kicking in late and could come in and get into the top 4 again. Comes in with 3 consecutive top 4 finishes, a third and a couple of fourths. On Top Rainstorm, Mike Whalen for Walter Whalen, is 21-1, but I think we'll be climbing onto the ticket at the end of the mile. My top one, number 1, Miss Party Girl. Gate is rolling for race number 4, Miss Party Girl. Don't Mess with Molly, Wise Flower number 10. On the center of the track, Twice the Delight, Holding My Own, and to the outside, Bikini Sealster, Dottie Hinson, and On Top Rainstorm, and the second tier, Exquisite Dancer. It's a field of 9. It's race number 4. They're reaching the top of the stretch, and here they come. Field for the 4th race. At the start of the rough and Twice the Delight, Dottie Hinson, and also getting out well, Wise Flower number 10 and Holding My Own, and then Don't Mess with Molly and Miss Party Girl. Field sprints around that first turn. Wise Flower number 10 in full bloom early, leads by about 2 1/4. Twice the Delight is second, Holding My Own is third, and Don't Mess with Molly to the outside, Dottie Hinson. Then Miss Party Girl is 6th right now. Exquisite Dancer, On Top Rainstorm, and Bikini Sealster is trailing the field. They race on past that opening quarter in 28 and 3. YS Flower number 10. Co-favorite at 5-2 leads on around the turn. Twice the Delight is racing second. Dottie Hinson, the other 5-2 horse, is on the outside and is coming now. Has taken over second. Twice the Delight is third. Then it is Holden My Own. And then wheeling to the outside comes Don't Mess with Molly in front of Miss Party Girl. That Exquisite Dancer. On top Rainstorm and Bikini Sealster. On past the half off that 28-3 opening quarter half was 58 and 1. YS Flower number 10 still leading the way. Dottie Hinson grinds on the outside and racing on the inside. Third is Twice the Delay. Then Holden My Own. Don't Mess with Molly. Don't Mess with Molly is taken over fourth and about to grab third. And also coming now, Miss Party Girl is moving up on the back of Don't Mess with Molly, who's third. Miss Party Girl is fourth, and racing fifth is Twice the Delay. And then it is Exquisite Dancer, Holden My Own, and on top Rainstorm. Now grabbing a slim lead, Dottie Hinson. YS Flower number 10 tries to rally. 3/4, 127. And it is Dottie Hinson. YS Flower number 10. Don't Mess with Molly, and Miss Party Girl now wants to join the party as the field turns for home. Dottie Hinson, Miss Party Girl driving on down the stretch drive. Dottie Hinson, Miss Party Girl is partying on, partying hard now as they come to the finish, but it is Dottie Hinson. Then YS Flower number 10. Don't Mess with Molly, and Miss Party Girl 157 and 4. There is the winner, number 7, Dottie Hinson. Dottie Hinson victorious, and Damien McClellan, the winning driver. Eric Nadeau is the trainer. The others Leo Tournier and Guy Morin and Jeanette Ulla. Dottie Hinson's a 3-year-old Sunshine Beach Bay filly. First win this year, fourth lifetime for Dottie Hinson, 157 and 4. Fourth race payout, 7, Dottie Hinson, 750, 440, 320. 3, YS Flower number 10, 410, 270, and 2, Don't Mess with Molly, 310. $2 exactor, 36.80. Dollar try, 146.95. Dollar super, 1124.45. 20-cent super is 224.89. 20-cent pick 3, 31.72. Fourth race. Order of finish from the top, so 432 987 156. That's 432 987 156 on the bottom. Field on post parade for the fifth one. Tobin's Wish, Andre Goy for Tom Janot and Barbara Bryan. Number 2 is Bookie Baby. Alan Malloy for Phil Houdon for Jennifer Miller. And number 3, Hamakati, Sammy Fillion for Mary Ratchford. Number 6 is Sporty's Big Craze. Jay Harris for Francis Gamet and Kevin Kerr. Number 4, Vin Bruiser, Austin Sorry for Daryl Laver and Martin Blaisdell. And Leanne Davidson and James Grant. Number 5, Pownell Bay Colleen, Damien McClellan for Joe McIsaac and Ian Smith. Number 7 is Emilia, Nick Boyd for Rod Boyd and Matthew Harrison. Number 8 is Better on the Island, Brady Colliers for Brian Scott and Amy Griffin. And number 9, Page Rock Scissors, Paul McKenzie for Michael Patterson. Field of 9, race number 5. Let's get a look at this field. Features the Super High 5. And first up, we'll start with number 4, Vin Bruiser. And Vin Bruiser is one that, had the trailer post last race and was able to get to the lead past the quarter, but had to work hard to get there and did pay for it in the late going. But now Vin Bruiser leaving out of post position 4, and Vin Bruiser is one that won 3 of 6 starts last year as a 3-year-old at limited action as a 3-year-old. But Vin Bruiser, 9 starts this year without a top 3, but that last race tells me I think Vin Bruiser is ready to step up with a big outing. Austin Sorry for Daryl Laver, even money on the board. Others to get a look at in here. How about number 5, Pownell Bay Colleen? Is one that, drops a level and now makes a third start off a little bit of a layoff. And maybe Pownell Bay Colleen can be a little bit better. Damien McClellan for Joe McIsaac. This bottom class, you don't get a lot in the way of form. But one thing to note about this one, 56-3 back half, mile of 54-4 at Mohawk last race. Should drop in here and be pretty competitive, 9-2. Number 6, Sporty's Big Craze, was second in this class last time out. Dropped from the nominator to 2 into this level, was the betting favorite. Got a pocket trip. Now the winner, Touche, was long gone, but was a solid second, so a race to come back to. Sporty's Big Craze, 7-2. And number 2, Bookie Baby, was third, beaten a neck last time out in the same class. Now gets an inside post position and might be able to get off the gate a little bit better. Alan Malloy for Phil Houdon, Bookie Baby, 8-1. It's a field of 9. Race number 5. They're taking up their positions. It'll be Tobin's Wish on the inside with Bookie Baby and Haumac Hottie. In the center, Vin Bruiser, Pownell Bay Colleen. To the outside is Sporty's Big Craze, Emilia, and Better on the Island. And the second tier, Page, Rock, Scissors. It's a field of 9, the 5th dash on a Saturday night at Flamboro Downs. Here they come. Field for race number 5 is at the start of the rough, and Better on the Island is out quickly and trying to come on and grab the lead over Vin Bruiser. Vin Bruiser inside advantage, though. Better on the Island is going to now tuck along to the inside and fill the pocket. Then it is Pownell Bay Colleen and Tobin's Wish, and 5th away Sporty's Big Craze, and then back to Bookie Baby and Haumac Hottie. And the trailing pair, Page Rock Scissors and Emilia. Vin Bruiser, 6-5 favorite, leads as they race on to the opening quarter and is in front right now by about 2. 28-1 opening panel. Better on the Island at 12-1 in behind the 6-5 favorite. And racing position 3rd, Pownell Bay Colleen. Tobin's Wish is 4th. Then Sporty's Big Craze and Bookie Baby and Haumac Hottie. Trailing pair, Page Rock Scissors and Emilia. Vin Bruiser brings them off the turn and rolls on towards us. Better on the Island has just one that is better, and racing 3rd is Pownell Bay Colleen. Then Tobin's Wish and Sporty's Big Craze. To the outside is Bookie Baby. Haumac Hottie, well back Page Rock Scissors. Further is Emilia. 58-3 halftime, and Vin Bruiser leads strongly by about 2 1/4. Better on the Island is second, racing third, Palo Bay Colleen, then Jobin's Wish and Sporty's Big Craze, but Vin Bruiser has been on fire since the get-go and leads on up to the 3/4 off that 58-3 halftime. Vin Bruiser continues. Now Palo Bay Colleen is closing some ground and looking to take second and grab it from Better on the Island. Then a gap of 4 or 5, Tobin's Wish and Sporty's Big Craze, and then Hamak Hottie and Bookie Baby. It is still Vin Bruiser, 3/4, 127-2. Vin Bruiser as the field turns for home. Vin Bruiser, Better on the Island, looking to dart into Mackenzie Lane, the center of the track. Pownell Bay Colleen is closing now. Pownell Bay Colleen is coming. Pownell Bay Colleen gets by Vin Bruiser. And then third was Better on the Island, and fourth is between Sporty's Big Craze and Tobin's Wish, 157-4. Back in front of us is the winner, and it is number 5, Pownell Bay Colleen. Damien McClellan's the winning driver. Pownell Bay Colleen, 4-year-old Sunshine Beach Black Mare, owned by Ian Smith and trained by Joe McIsaac. First win this year. Third lifetime, Pownell Bay Colleen. The fifth race, pound 5, Pownell Bay Colleen, 573.60 and 240. 4, Vin Bruiser, 473.58. Better on the Island, 560. $2 exactor, 21.40. Dollar try, 131.90. And the 20-cent high five, 1,232.02. And a 20-cent pick five, 476.07. Fifth race order finish from the top 576-214-938. That's 576-214-938 in the bottom. Field on parade for the sixth one. Hot Tub Poppin' Bubbly. Bertie Golliers for Macy Castle and Joan Castle. Number 2, Outlaw Kiss My Class. Gilles Bouvier drives and trains and partners with Todd Teolis. 3 is scratched. 4 is Solid as a Brick House. Dale Spence for Shane Barrington and Max Stable. And number 5, Claude Bayama, Scott Quilter for Guy Chrétien. Number 6, My Last Kiss. Sammy Filyaw for Julie Walker and Dr. John Bradbury. Number 7, Lisa's All In. Damon McClellan for Mitchell Tierney, Lynn Cameron, and Michelle Gaudreau. 8 is Blue Star Sapphire. Dave Kelly drives and trains and partners with Daniel McDougall and Don McDougall. At 9 is Rockford Peach, Austin Surrey for Francis Gamet and Jean Allaire. Field of 8 for race number 6. Get a look at this field. And, well, first up, we'll start with number 5, Clodum Bayama. And Clodam Bayama, well, was Clodam good last time out. Left from post position 8 and parked past the quarter and yet was able to win. Now has 3 consecutive top 3 finishes, 7 top 2s, and 12 starts on the year. Clodam Bayama, a winner last time out and a good chance to be a winner again, I think. 6-1. Love the price. Don't think it'll hold. Others, number 4, Solid as a Brick House. Well, back-to-back wins in this class before last time out. 6th beaten 2 lengths, 8 out of 12 in the top 3 on the year. This is one that's likely to be very solid in here. Dale Spence for Shane Barrington should be a main challenger, 2-1. Number 9, Rockford Peach won 9 times last year. Only one win this year, but back-to-back top 3 finishes, and that was in this class last time out at London. Trailer post, but, raced well from off the pace last race, and I think belongs somewhere on the ticket, despite the price right now, 13-1. I think Rockford Peach will find a way to get onto the ticket. And one more is number 1, Hot Tub Poppin' Bubbly. Well, 3rd beaten ahead last time out, moves up a level off of back-to-back top 3 finishes. 3rd start off of a layoff. Brady Golliers for Macy Castle, 5-1. Gate is rolling for race number 6. Hot Tub Poppin' Bubbly and Outlaw Kiss My Class on the inside. In the center, Solid as a Brick House in Clodum Bayama. And My Last Kiss to the outside, Lisa's All In, Blue Star Sapphire. 2nd tier, Rockford Peach. Field of 8. It's race number 6. Here they come. Giddy up. And they're at the start on their off, and Solid as a Brick House, and Blue Star Sapphire, and My Last Kiss, and on the inside, Hot Tub Poppin' Bubbly, then Clodum Bayama, and Rockford Peach, but the field works on around the turn, and Blue Star Sapphire's got the front. Solid as a Brick House 2nd, Hot Tub Poppin' Bubbly 3rd, then Clodum Bayama is racing 4th and is going to, stay on the outside right now and press on, I guess. And then it is back to Rockford Peach and Outlaw Kiss My Class, then My Last Kiss, and Lisa's All In. Off a 28-1 opening quarter, the race on up past the quarter. Blue Star Sapphire, 2-1 favorite. Leading right now, Blue Star Sapphire. Clodagh by Emma challenging. Solid as Brick House is motoring along on the inside third. And then it is Rockford Peach who's on the back of Clodagh by Emma. And then Hot Tub Poppin' Bubbly and Outlaw Kiss My Class and My Last Kiss. And then Lisa's All In. And it is Blue Star Sapphire who's leading. 58-1 halftime. Clodagh by Emma grinding first time. And on the inside, solid as a brick house. And Rockford Peach is well situated. On the inside, Hot Tub Poppin' Bubbly. And then it is back to Outlaw Kiss My Class from the backfield. Lisa's All In. And My Last Kiss. They race on to 3/4 off that 58-1 halftime. Blue Star Sapphire still with the lead. Clodagh by Emma hasn't seen the inside and is dropping back just a little bit. Now is a length and a half back of Blue Star Sapphire. Solid as a brick house has been getting a good trip on the inside and now is waiting for the passing lane. And out wide is Lisa's All In, and on the inside, Hot Tub Poppin' Bubbly. And then Outlaw Kiss My Class on down the stretch front they come. Blue Star Sapphire, solid as a brick house. Blue Star Sapphire, solid as a brick house, is driving and is able to mortar right on by and win. Then it is Blue Star Sapphire, and then Hot Tub Poppin' Bubbly and Lisa's All In. 157-4. There is number 4, solid as a brick house. Dale Spence, the winning driver. Solid as a brick house, 5-year-old Manhart Bay Mare, owned by Max Stable, trained by Shane Barrington. Third win this year. 7th lifetime, solid as a brick house. 157-4. Sixth race payouts for solid as a brick house. $7, $3.30, $2.30. 8 Blue Star Sapphire, $3, $2.80. Hot Tub Poppin' Bubbly, $3.10. $2 exactor, $17.70. Dollar Try, $68.20. Dollar Super, $541.80. 20-cent Super, $108.36. 20-cent Pick 4, $251.41. Sixth race. Order we finish from the top. 3-7 scratch 156428. That's 3-7 scratch 156428 on the bottom. Field on post parade. There's one. Le Petit Gray. It's Damien McClellan for Francis Gabet and Michelle Letendre. And number 2, Salzburg Olympia. Jay Harris for Vern Cochran and Edward Gork. Number 3 is Just One Bite. Dale Spence for Ron McDonald and Brett McDonald and Shengo. Number 4, Charmbo Stormy. It's Sammy Filia for Jared Mann and Ron Nobes. Number 5 is Outlaw Blue Isle. David Kelly drives and trains and partners with Don McDougall. Number 6, Lady Hamish. Brady Golliers for Stephen Doyle. Number 7, Jam Bet on 6. Paul McKenzie for Blake McIntosh and Tim Dickinson. 9 is Black to Reality. Scotty Calder for Mary Landberg and Nora Parks and James Grant. Number 8, Southwind Stratus. Austin Surrey for Rachel Andrew and Murray Graham McDonald. Field of 9. Race number 7. Let's get a look at this field for the 7th Dash Fillies and Mares. A decent level condition group, purse of $9,500. And La Petite Gray is one that I'm going to go to. I did not take this one on top last time out, and well, foolish me. Winner Gagnon last race, back-to-back wins coming in. And La Petite Gray, gate speed and inside post position, and really is right on top of her game right now. And so is one that's back in the same class, and as both of those 2 recent wins, and with the better post, 7-1 on the board. Charmbro Stormy, though, understandably is getting action, drops from the preferred class, and look, the last couple races, they didn't go well at all, but this is also one that won 12 times last year, made 121,000 in 41 starts, and has 4 wins in 13 tries this year. If she's on her game, she's probably too much for La Petite Gray. The thing is, I went to the Gray just because she's so sharp right now, and Charmbro Stormy is just the opposite. But boy, Charmbro Stormy has back class, and when, as I said, when she's right, she can be really right, 3-2. Number 6, Lady Hamish, was 4th in this class each of the last couple of starts, but is one that overall I think is a pretty nice mare. I expect better out of Lady Hamish here today. I expect a top 3 finish. Brady Gollier for Stephen Doyle, 7-time winner last year, has just 1 win this year, but Lady Hamish, nice price of 18-1. And one more is number 2, Salzburg Olympia, a mare with a lot of back class that makes a second start off a layoff. Did not get off the gate well last race. That was at a level above this one, and then closed and had a pretty strong back half. I'll tell you, Salzburg Olympia certainly can be dangerous in this spot. She has been able to hold her own against tougher in the past. Second start back, it could be time for Salzburg Olympia, veteran mare, 2-1. My top one, though, La Petite Gray on the inside at 5-1. Gate is rolling for race number 7. La Petite Gray, Salzburg Olympia, and Just One Bite. In the center, Charmbro Stormy and Outlaw Blue Isle. To the outside, Lady Hamish, Jam Bet on 6, and Southwind Stratus. The second tier, Black to Reality. Field for the seventh is at the start and the off, and Charmbro Stormy, La Petite Grace, Salzburg Olympia, just one bite, and then Outlaw Blue Isle. The field sprints around that first turn. La Petite Grace with the inside advantage, leading, and Charmbro Stormy still marching three wide. Now two wide and coming on for the front. La Petite Grace is going to yield and race the pocket. Salzburg Olympia is third. Then it is just one bite, and Outlaw Blue Isle and Lady Hamish, and back further is Black to Reality, trailing pair, Southwind Stratus and JM bet on 6, Charmbro Stormy. 1-5 on the board, leading La Petite Grace 7-1. Advantage a couple of lengths, and Salzburg Olympia is third. Them just one bite, and Outlaw Blue Isle and Lady Hamish, and Black to Reality. Then Southwind Stratus to the outside, and JM bet on 6. They race off the turn, and the field comes on towards us. Charmbro Stormy leads a length and 3/4. La Petite Grace, Salzburg Olympia, and then to the outside now, moving up Lady Hamish, and is going to have cover. Salzburg Olympia took out from third and is moving. Halftime 58 seconds. Fifth is just one by 6 to the outside. Southwind Stratus, and then Outlaw Blue Isle and JM bet on 6 and Black to Reality. But Charmbro Stormy is storming and leading by about 2.5 right now. La Petite Grace, Salzburg Olympia, Lady Hamish, and then just one bite and Southwind Stratus, but it is Charmbro Stormy. Sharp by 3/4 and 126 at 28 third panel. Charmbro Stormy leading Salzburg Olympia. Lady Hamish is third. La Petite Grace weakening, and now coming on the outside. Southwind Stratus has taken fourth as La Petite Grace back to fifth, and then Outlaw Blue Eye and just one bite on down the stretch drive. Charmbro Stormy strong with Salzburg Olympia chasing. It is going to be Charmbro Stormy to win. Lady Hamish picked up second. Then Salzburg Olympia inside third. And Southwind Stratus is fourth. A mile of 1:55 flat. Back in front of us, the winner, number 4, Charmbro Stormy. Sammy Filion, the winning driver, 8-year-old sports rider bay mare, owned by Ron Nobes and Jared Mann. Jared Salsa, the trainer, 5th win this year, and 33rd lifetime for Charmbro Stormy, 1:55 flat. Seventh race. Number 4, Charmbro Stormy, 250, 210, 210. 6, Lady Hamish, 930 and 410 and 2. Salzburg Olympia, 240. $2 exactor, 21.20. Dollar try, 28.85. Dollar super, 212.85. 20-cent super, 42.57. Seventh race. Order of finish from the top. 538 162 749. That's 538 162 749. Field for the 8th on parade. 1, My Gelato, Paul McKenzie for Vern Concord and Edward Gork. Number 2, Little Kisera, Brady Golliers for Clark Stacy and Rod Hitchens. And number 3 is Bayonetta, Sammy Fillion drives for Eric Nadeau and Daniel Gaudreau and Louis Waugh. Number 4, Viv's Freight Train, Scott Culver, Joe Shaw, Patricia Gibb. 5 is Drillbit Penny, Austin Surrey for Gerard Damaris and Sly Stables and J.R. Marois. Number 6, Marlene's Legacy, Damien McClellan for Chantel Mitchell and Judith Taylor. And number 7, McJazz, Dan O'Brien drives and trains and owns. Field of 7, race number 8. Starts the late double. Let's get a look at this field. Well, I will start with number 1, My Gelato. He's one that missed about 3 months before that last start. Raced in this class and pretty solid outing, finishing 3rd despite the layoff. So now one to build and gets the inside post position. I think My Gelato, Paul McKenzie for Vern Concord, has got a big chance to win it here, 8-5. Number 3, Bayonetta. Makes a second start off of a long layoff, a winter layoff, and look, raced at Mohawk and Anominers, a 2 last race. Suffered some interference at the top of the stretch and did manage to finish 3rd in 55. And Bayonetta, look, won 7 of 11 starts last year, was in the Maritimes, and then transferred from the Maritimes back in September. But all the wins came in the Maritimes. Bayonetta, second start of the year. Sammy Fillion for Eric Nadeau. Definitely a threat, 4-5 on the board. Others to get a look at in here. How about number 5, Drillbit Penny? Raced well last race, blasted out early. A couple got by late in the mile. Drillbit Penny, 9 starts as a 2-year-old last year, made the top 2 in 5 of them, and a good last race. So Drillbit Penny is one that you got to think will have a pretty solid opportunity here to be a top 3 factor and maybe even win. Austin Surrey for Gerard Damaris. He is 9-2. And one more is number 6, Marlene's Legacy. Is one that, raced at Mohawk last race at Anominers, a 2 mile of 56. And is probably just a fringe player, although if you look further down the page, you do see a few decent starts out of this one on the page, and that was back in January, though. But still, overall, this is one that last started March the 27th. That's a bit of a concern. Has been out of the box a little bit. Chantel Mitchell has put up some decent numbers. Damien McClellan looks for the driving hat trick on the evening. Marlene's Legacy is 7-1. My top one is 1, My Gelato, 5-2, but the fans have gone to Bayonetta and is 4-5. Gate is rolling for the 8th. My Gelato with position on the inside, along with Little Kisera. In the center, Bayonetta, Viv's Freight Train, and Drillbit Penny. And to the outside, Marlene's Legacy and McJazz. Field of 7, race number 8. Here they come. Field for the 8th race is at the start of the rough in Bayonetta, My Gelato, Little Kisera, the first 3, and then Viv's Freight Train, and it is Marlene's Legacy. Drillbit Penny trailing is McJazz. They work on around the turn. My Gelato with the front. Bayonetta, though, continues on the outside, and Bayonetta Now is driving on the outside, trying to come on and take the lead from My Gelato. Bayonetta Semi Filion is going to take over. The 4 to 5 favorite leads a length and a half as they race past the opening quarter. And the quarter was reached in 28 and 2. My Gelato second, Little Casera third. Viv's Freight Train fourth. Drill Bit Penny is racing fifth. Trailing pair Marlene's Legacy and McJazz. Bayonetta leads a length and a half over My Gelato. Little Casera is racing third. Viv's Freight Train and Marlene's Legacy as they come off the turn. Then it is Drill Bit Penny and McJazz, but Bayonetta on up past the half. And Bayonetta, My Gelato now third. Marlene's Legacy is coming. And racing fourth is Little Casera. 58 and 2 halftime. And now McJazz has passed a couple. Then it is back second last. Viv's Freight Train trailing Drill Bit Penny. Bayonetta the favorite got the lead. Marlene's Legacy, though, is bearing down at 7 to 1 and is about head off the front. Those two are separating a bit now. My Gelato is third, but 4 from the front. But Bayonetta continues to march to 3/4 strongly. Bayonetta and Marlene's Legacy, 126 and 1 to 3/4 time. Bayonetta leads it by half a length and now goes off stride. So Marlene's Legacy inherits the front. McJazz is racing position second. My Gelato third. And Viv's Freight Train has taken over fourth on down the stretch prime. Marlene's Legacy and McJazz. Marlene's Legacy is going to win. McJazz will finish second. Viv's Freight Train and Drill Bit Penny, 156 and 2. Coming back in front of us, Marlene's Legacy. Marlene's Legacy, the winning drive, and the driving hat trick to Damien McClellan. 3 on the night for Damien. Marlene's Legacy, 4-year-old control, the Moment Bay mare, owned by Judith Taylor, trained by Chantel Mitchell. First win this year. Third lifetime, Marlene's Legacy, 156 and 2. Eighth race, number 6, Marlene's Legacy, pays 17.20, 12.80, and 7.90. 7 McJazz, 8.60 and 4.10, and 4 Viv's Freight Train, 11.80. $2 exactor, $100.40. Dollar try, $453.40. 20-cent super, $642.15. 33. Sort of finish from the top. 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 1, 2. That's 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 1, 2 on the bottom. Field for the ninth on parade. One, Darlin Delectra, Sammy Foley for Robert Reed, and Mike Ellis and Kim Lasanchuk. Number 2, DA Cinnamon Crunch, Scotty Calder for Macy Castle and Joan Castle. Number 3 is Bright on All Kisses, Nick Boyd for Bright on Farms. Number 4, First Philly Chip, Brady Golliers for Melissa Loyer. 5 is Stag Royal, Dave Kelly for Ken Skinner. Number 6, Golden Leader, Mark McDonnell for Mitchell Tierney and Lynn Cameron. Number 7, Winterberg Classy, Jay Harris for Joe Pereira and Brian and Ira Wallach. 8 is Maple Shadow, Damian McClellan for Nita Willett and Luke Willett. And 9, First of an Era, Austin Surrey for Ron McDonald and Brett McDonald and Hartel Maintenance. Well, fans, Stag Royal makes a second start off of a winter layoff. Had raced in the middle of November and then was off until last week. And pretty strong performance, but just tired in the late going. And a couple got by. Still, third beat in 3/4. Good race to build off of. I love Stag Royal. I think this is a great spot for Stag Royal. Dave Kelly for Ken Skinner. Stag Royal, 9-5. Number 4, First Philly Chip, is the one that got by Stag Royal last time home, and one that did win 5 times last year. He's 8 out of 11 in the top 3 this year. And First Philly Chip looking to come right back and maybe get the better of Stag Royal again. First Philly Chip and Brady Golliers for Melissa Loyer. Strong barn, 2-1. Others, number 3, Bright Out All Kisses was second last time home. And Bright Out All Kisses, Nick Boyd for himself, and Bright On Farms. He is one that certainly shows enough in that last race to think that maybe she'll be fine here again. And Bright Out All Kisses, good mile of 56-2, compares well because First Philly Chip's win was 56-3. So Bright Out All Kisses should be right there in the hunt. 9-2. And one more is number 2, DA Cinnamon Crunch. Equipment change. Open bridle to blinkers needs a change because the last race didn't work out well. The start before it did. And DA Cinnamon Crunch, this will be just the 3rd start of the year. Had been off since just before Christmas. DA Cinnamon Crunch, Scotty Coulter for Macy Castle, is currently 7-2. My top one, though, Stag Royal. Gate is rolling for race number 9 and taking up their positions. It's Darlin Delectra, CA Cinnamon Crunch, and Bright on All Kisses. In the center, First Philly Chip and Stag Royal. And to the outside, Golden Leader, Windermere Classy, Maple Shadow, and the second tier, First of an Era. Field of 9, race number 9. They're at the start. Golden Leader is going to drive out well with Bright on El Kisses and First Philly Chip and Windermere Classy, but Golden Leader is the early leader and is in front by 3 right now. First Philly Chim, Brian Down All Kisses, Windermere Classy, DA Cinnamon Crunch. Then it is back to First of an Era, Stag Royalist 7th away. Then Darlin Delectra and Maple Shadow. Golden Leader at 13 to 1. Leads strongly by about 3 right now. 27 to 1 opening quarter. First Philly Chip, the 6 to 5 favorite, is second. Brian Down All Kisses third. Then Windermere Classy, DA Cinnamon Crunch, and now stepping out from fourth to come first up is Windermere Classy, and DA Cinnamon Crunch follows to the outside fifth. First of an Era is racing sixth, and then it is back to Stag Royal, who's gotten only 2 beaten right now. Darlin Delectra and Maple Shadow. Off at 27 to 1 opening quarter, 8 to the half and 57. Golden Leader is on top. Golden Leader leading first Philly Chim and grinding on the outside. Windermere Classy first up third. About 3.5 off the lead right now of Golden Leader. Then fourth is Bright on All Kisses and DA Cinnamon Crunch. Then it is back further to Stag Royal and First of an Era and Darlin Delectra and Maple Shadow. But Golden Leader dominating by 3/4 in 125, a 28-second third panel as Golden Leader looks to bottom out the field. The favorite First Philly Chip is second, still has to make up 3.25. Brad on All Kisses, and then Stag Royal is fourth, and fifth is Windermere Classy, but they turn for home. Golden Leader still on fire. Golden Leader now getting leg weary. Here comes First Philly Chip. First Philly Chip up Mackenzie Lane and is going to blast up the inside to win. Golden Leader retiring second. Bright on All Kisses. Then Stag Royal and Maple Shadow. 155 flat. Back in front of us, the winner of race 9, number 4, First Philly Chip. Winning drive to Brady. All yours. First Philly Chip is a 5-year-old Arthur Blue Chip black mare, owned and trained by Melissa Loyer. It's the third win this year, 14th lifetime First Philly Chip. Ninth race payouts for First Philly Chip, $4.60, $3 to 30. 6 Golden Leader, 13.10 and 7.40, and 3 Brian Down All Kisses, $3.60. $2 Exactor, 50.10. Dollar Try, 91.80. We had a 20-cent high five, 426.12, $2 double is 60.40, 20-cent pick three is 8.68, and a 20-cent pick four, 46.47. Ninth race order finish from the top down is an 893 142 756. That's 893 142 756 on the bottom. Well, fans, that concludes the live harness racing program for this Saturday evening. Action resumes Sunday. First race, 6:25 p.m. Buenas noches, amigos. Good night, everybody. Good night, Shanna.